Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between TurboMonkey and myself here on Blistering Sands. I am spawning as the red Zerg player. In this particular matchup, I did choose random, so I do not want to go out scouting with my overlord just quite yet. I want to make sure that he scouts me first. So I tell him good luck, have fun, well-mannered, he says you too, and we'll go ahead and get this game underway. Not much to really talk about during this opening game. Oh yeah, by the way, there is still some time if you are listening to this before, I believe, March 9th in order to get into the raffle. I believe there are about, what, 80 to 80 people so far in the raffle, so your chances are pretty good. Go ahead and check out my YouTube channel or look for the one video that has details about the raffle, and I'll go ahead and post that up sometime Tuesday. So I'll say Tuesday when I get off of work, so that's probably going to be around 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time is when I'll go ahead and close off that raffle. But donations are always welcome after that. Thank you guys for all your support. It's been just nice to hear you guys' comments on, you know, how I should improve. I've been trying to read most of them, but my inbox has been flooded recently, so it's going to take me some time if you ask me any questions, or I may try to answer the question in some particular videos. We now have TurboMonkey coming in with this overlord, so the overlord going to spot my overlord in just a second, and with that he will indeed find out that I am Zerg. And he's going the standard spawning pool in this position, a little bit more exposed, and now he's going to go out and scout with 2 drones. So he's scouting with 2 drones, and this is going to be a pretty interesting game just to see how everything all plays out. My spawning pool is definitely a little bit later than his spawning pool, so if you take a look at the unit overlay, I probably have a much stronger economy. Yes, 14 compared to his 10, but he is in fact building, no, he is not building any what's it called yet, any queens yet. And now also going to be moving out with those Zerglings. So we have 2 drones coming around this side. Gonna go ahead and try to, I think he's, well, first of all, whenever you scout with 2 drones, or you ever see 2 drones to get the Zerg player, you know what pretty much is going to be happening. He's going to try to spine crawler rush me. I do in fact have this overlord sitting outside my base, and I am getting to be a better player where I constantly check my mini-map, and he goes ahead and he drops down 2 spine crawlers into this position, and I'm thinking to myself, wait a second, I didn't place anything there. I go ahead and click on them, and I quickly realize that he's trying to do a spine crawler rush on me. So I have these little drones trying to shoot back, trying to take down that spine crawler is getting taken down. Another spine crawler at 150 hit points, gonna go ahead and take it down. So taking a look at this TurboMonkey sitting on 245 minerals, he does finally cancel that last drone, so he's sitting in there in the mint, and also I'm now getting this roach warren on this backhand side. He's going to go ahead and try to get another spine crawl into this position, but I do in fact get my queen out, so that queen able to fight back a little bit of this early fight. Going to make sure I want to take down this one spine crawler, but going after those Zerglings first, as those Zerglings trying to focus down my queen, and the spine crawler rush has been neutralized. So down goes this spine crawler. Couple of drones now moving back. Taking a look at the drone count, I have 16 to 11 now, so I'm still pretty far ahead. I do in fact still have my queen. He in fact has his queen as well. He's also getting a roach warren. And at this point in the game, I realized that most likely he is going to be behind me economically significantly. He probably was not getting gas for some time. I switched all of my drones from gas to minerals in order to increase my harvesting for a little while, trying to get some additional minerals and be able to produce more units. Now, at this point in the game, I realized that he most likely will be able to tech to roaches and get roaches very quickly. So the whole entire point of my roach army at this stage is not to try to neutralize my opponent and completely destroy him, but force him to get roaches, force him to spend the very few minerals that he has, the very few gas that he has, in order to get more of those things. So that's going to be very, very hard on him. I did in fact lose my overlord over here to this queen, but it did give me sight on that roach warren, so that isn't very, very important. He is now going to, taking a look, the unit overlay is 18 drones to 13. He's now going to go ahead and send out some Zerglings, and that's just going to sit on that high ground. I'm moving out with some roaches instead, so 4 roaches, and now 6 roaches moving out. I think I tried to make 7. Do I have 7? No, I do not, and I don't think I have 7. Let's see. Nope, no roaches in production, and it is in fact 6 roaches against his 8 Zerglings. Overlord now moving out, and I am now teching the layer. I want to get to layer, and I want to get to Mutalisk. As soon as I can get to Mutalisk, I know that I can most likely take this game, as the roaches cannot attack air, and I know he cannot tech to air as quickly as I am. He is probably really behind. He's still at hatchery, nowhere near layer at this point yet, no teching, and in comes those roaches. I am making him force him to just engage, spend money, precious minerals on those Zerglings, as those roaches now come up the ramp, and they're going to try to once again re-engage against these Zerglings. He is getting a Spine Crawler in order to get some a little bit more defense, and he is using that Queen fairly well. I'm trying to use these roaches, trying to take down as many of these units as I can, coming in with 6 roaches now, and now Zerglings coming in trying to swarm. Zerglings a very horrible counter to these roaches, as those roaches have such high armor. I really didn't even need to push out, as those Zerglings are hardly dealing any damage. On the other hand, the claws of that Queen also not doing very much damage either. So, but once that Spine Crawler comes out, that Spine Crawler is going to be a little bit more difficult to deal with. And because of the small range of these roaches, I'm not going to really be able to take down anything here. Spine Crawler down to 198 hit points. Queen now coming in trying to bash me a little bit more. That Spine Crawler dealing 30 damage to armored units. So that's really taking down these units. And now TurboMonkey also gets some roaches as well. So those roaches, in order to fight back this army, I'm going to be forced to retreat, as those 4 roaches are going to be able to take on my 2 without any issue. He's sitting at 26 over 26. Taking a look at the army, he has a fair number of roaches, 6 roaches on this high ground. Going to be able to take down perhaps one of those roaches. Roaches down to 9 hit points, trying to run away, and in fact he will be able to escape. So I have 7 roaches being currently outside my base, and now I am getting this Spire. If I can get this Spire and time it correctly, I should be able to get 3, perhaps 4 Mutalisks out at the same time, and those 4 Mutalisks will in fact be able to get me that victory. So I want to just keep on this pressure, make sure that he is unable to really do anything else. Gonna go ahead and try to take down this hatchery right now. And watching him put down that hatchery actually makes me a little bit happy, because that means he was saved 300 minerals for nothing. So, and once again, delaying that hatchery coming back. Roach is now trying to come up that ramp. They're gonna come into here. I wanted to try to use this brush in order to engage a fight, but that's really not gonna work either. A drone now putting down another hatchery. I take this time to say, you know what, just in case my Mutalisk harass doesn't work out as well either, I want to put down a hatchery. So I'm dropping a hatchery over here at my natural expansion. Taking a look at this, I do in fact have 4 Mutalisks currently in production. Using the Queen's ability, I still have a hard time always remembering to spawn larvae. I need to remember that the spawn creep tumor works well as in addition, because being able to spawn that creep tumor allows my roaches to move around much more quickly. It's not nearly as good against another Zerg player as Zerg versus Zerg. Spawning creep tumors, those other Zerg units also get an advantage as well. So now have those 4 Mutalisks up in the air, getting more Mutalisks in production, but he has an army of roaches coming in on this backside. I move my roach army down into this position, knowing that if I need to, I can really engage here, trying to move that 1 low hit point roach, and here comes those roaches to try to engage into my main base, trying to take out this hatchery, and now he sees this large roach army over here, and he decides to pull back. 1 roach venturing out a little bit too far, me not microwing it, as I do in fact have some Mutalisks over here, and the Mutalisks are going to be able to take down that 4 Queen down to getting taken down, and then TurboMonkey realizing that because of the tech advantage, he has no way to really counteract that air, and TurboMonkey leaves the game. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this replay on this Zerg versus Zerg mirror match here on Blistering Sands.